What's up guys, Tony here, and I'm celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the SNES Classic Edition release. Came out 2 years ago to the day, and I'm super stoked. I still love this thing. I love every single game included on it with the exception of one, and we'll get to that. So today I'm actually going to play through a little bit of each game. And guys, I love the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo is my all-time favorite console. When this came out, I went nuts. I went crazy. I covered every single game. I've actually reviewed every single game on here. And guys, even to this day, some of the most popular videos on my channel are the SNES Classic Edition reviews of these games. So I got to come back to it from time to time just because I love it so much. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Hope this weekend's been treating you well. I've been rather busy, but in a good way. So we'll get right into it. What's up, Mario? How you doing, buddy? And we're going to start with some Contra 3. And I had the border on. And guys, every single one of these games, with the exception of Kirby Dream Course, I absolutely love. Contra 3, the Alien Wars. And it's been a little while since I played these games. Actually, I've been playing them. There's a lot of these games that are on the Nintendo Switch service. And I'm super stoked to have that service, by the way. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what games they release on that. Dang it, I should have doubled up there. So I'm looking forward to that service with the Super NES games. And again, you can get that for $20 a year, and you get a lot of great NES games, Super NES games, and just the online service is there too. So if you play Mario Kart or Smash Brothers or Splatoon or whatever, it's on there. So yeah, 2 years. So my channel, whoa, I deserve that for talking and not paying attention. So my channel really started, quote unquote, taking off, getting a little bit more exposure with the Super NES Classic Edition release, and I decided to do something crazy. I decided to cover all 21 games, and I'm glad I did. Again, some of the most popular videos on my channel are these reviews, and still get a lot of views every month, and happy to be getting those still. And who knows, maybe I'll do some more Super NES stuff in the future, for sure. And when this came out, I started covering, oh man, I should have known better. I started covering a lot of pre-order problems, and my pre-order got canceled from Walmart, and I started getting upset about that. I was like, man, I'm just gonna go to YouTube and talk about it. I'm playing really horribly here. I usually don't die at all this first level anymore. Oh well. So when I decided to start talking about things like that, I want to keep the homing. That's when people started responding to my channel a little bit. Dang it. I also did a giveaway. I gave away a Super NES Classic Edition. I continue to do that tradition. Just a little reminder, if you haven't subscribed to me, please do so. I'm giving away a Sega Genesis Classic Edition, or Mini, not Classic. And I'm going to be announcing the winner here in October. So yeah, other things that I did with the Super NES Classic Edition, I did an unboxing, I did a review of it, I did a midnight release video. That was a lot of fun. I believe, did I do that one with Bubby? Yeah, Bubby and Stevie were there. And that's the time I waited. This is ridiculous. In retrospect, I can't believe I waited that long. 8 hours in line for that stupid thing. What's up, Charlie Brown? How you doing? What's up, John Kirk? What's up, Bond? Sorry, I just now started reading the comments. Just kind of talking about my channel. Oh man, I am not playing well here. Oh my gosh. This is horrible. This is what I get for just like not concentrating and talking and winning nostalgic about the SNES classic days of my channel. That was a lot of fun, and I actually like to do that for all the mini releases. So yeah, Mario Contra is awesome. So I am going to run through all 21 games tonight just to kind of celebrate the SNES Classic 2-year anniversary. And it's just hard to believe that that was 2 years ago. And oh man, time just flies by. And to me, you know, I remember getting the Super Nintendo for Christmas one year when I was a kid, and to me that I'm like, just where did the time go? Where did the time go? You know, and just my love for retro games has grown since then. And I love talking retro games with anybody and everybody, so that's going to continue to happen for as long as I live, I guess. But Contra 3 here. Contra 3 is considered to be one of the... It's not as good as Contra and Super C from hardcore fans. I tend to disagree. I think it's an excellent game. And you have the new Contra game out that I have not seen anything about it. I'm not interested in it at all. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Like, I don't want to play it. Maybe I'm wrong. I've heard not so good things about it. So, oh man, almost died. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe I'll get it when it gets cheaper. 40 bucks right now. I'm not going to spend $40 on that for a game I'm kind of on the fence about anyway. So we'll see. What's up, Sierra? I did not hack my Super NES Classic. I did not want to do that. I did not want to risk it. I did hack my NES Classic Edition. And I have all of the North American releases on the NES on that. I plan on streaming that again sometime in the future. I'm going to kind of rotate through these little mini systems. And, yeah. Gosh dang it, where am I going? I'm, like, lost for some reason. There we go. Alright. Ah! One more life. The flamethrower here is actually pretty good. Flamethrower is typically not a good weapon in this game. Ooh, man. Got him. That boss is easy. What's that, Sierra? Alright, I'm gonna play till I die. I have 2 lives left. I got the flamethrower again. So yeah, I do love me some Contra. Not the best at it. This is probably the one I'm the best at, just because I've played it the most. I have beaten this game, believe it or not. It's been a long time. The laser here is not bad in this particular section of the game. Yeah, the one-hit kills can be a turn-off sometimes. Oh, man. One more life. And, you know, if I was sitting down not talking to you guys, I'd be a lot more concentrated on Contra 3. It's not a bad game to just sit down and, you know, chill, try to beat. But it's not a good game to... Oh, man. It's not a good game to... what's up, Extreme Vintage? How you doing? Alright, we're going to play some Donkey Kong Country 1. The button? Mario, I'm not sure what you mean there, pal. So, is it on the screen here, or what's going on? Or is it on the channel? Alright, Donkey Kong Country. I like Donkey Kong Country. I just think it's overrated. That's my favorite part of the game, by the way, just in general. Sierra. I wonder why. Now, Stevie is a huge fan of Donkey Kong Country. I understand why. I get it. It's a good game. It looks good, but he's like obsessed with it for some reason. Mimi would be disappointed. Oh my gosh. She would be. I'm playing video games on a school night. Come on. I'd be disappointed in myself too, right? Gosh dang it. The N64 Classic Edition has not been announced. And Nintendo has kind of made a stance against mini consoles. Not a stance, but they basically said we're not making anymore. And it makes sense. They had such a big hassle with the NES Classic Edition and the Super NES Classic Edition. I could see them never producing one. Gosh dang it. So... it just depends. I mean, they do make a lot of money. They're very popular products. But here's the thing. To distribute those things, it does cost a lot of money. And, you know, these things aren't cheap either, you know. And plus, these are notoriously known for hacking. And Nintendo is anti-hack 100%. I'm surprised they didn't take stronger measures to prevent the hacking from happening on their systems. Like some kind of lockout chip or something, who knows. Now, if they're going to do... oh my lord. My Lanta. Yeah, fair enough. One more try. I'm not really concentrating too hard on Donkey Kong here. But if they were going to do anything... I think it would be something with the Game Boy. That would make more sense than an actual like N64 mini or something. You got to think that controller. How are they going to package the controller? How are they going to pack the controller itself? The box is going to be huge. Kind of defeats the purpose of a mini console, in my opinion. Also, they have the online service now. So if they're going to do anything like that, they're going to put the N64 games on their service. And I don't see why they don't take advantage of that more. But again, they're kind of rolling out the service slowly but surely. Gosh dang it. Huh. That's bad. P. Alright, let's play something else. Final Fantasy III. This is an RPG. I don't know how much of this I'm going to play. but I did promise to play a little bit of each game. Maybe I'll just show the intro. I don't know if I started a game on here or not. Okay, I did. Okay, okay. So I thought that I hadn't started a game on here, and I've played through Final Fantasy VI so many times. It's like, do I really need to play through it again? And 6 is one of the best RPGs ever made. Ever. Super Mario. I will play. I'm gonna play all of it. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Yeah, that would have been cool, John. And it would have been easy as plugging in your USB cable to your laptop or computer or whatever, even like your phone. I mean, and just doing like a quick update, or buying games from Nintendo like that. I mean, they actually used to do that kind of thing for the NES and the Super NES, so it's like not unheard of, I guess. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna play. Yeah, 6 would be something I would have to sit down and do a full live stream of. I will play like EarthBound and Super Mario RPG a little bit, but those games, it would have to be like a dedicated stream to. And I've actually toyed around with a dedicated stream to Final Fantasy VI, because it has been a while since I played through 6, and great game. This is what would happen. I would live stream it. I would play through it, and then after I got done with the live stream, they would re-release the game. There'd be a remastered version or something stupid, So, boring. Good Lord, Sierra. Alright, I'll do a couple more battles here. Phoenix Down. They spelled Phoenix wrong. And there were some translation errors with Final Fantasy VI coming over to America. They actually fixed it with the PlayStation release. And the GBA version is not bad either. That's actually my preferred version to play, is the Game Boy Advance version, because you can actually go through that tower and you get it's not the Kaiser Dragon, but it's a different dragon, which is like the last boss of the game. Sleeping Bag. Skills. Yeah, we'll do just a couple more little battles here. This game is a slow crawl, especially without the run button, so to speak, and I don't have that relic yet. This is really early in the game. She's going to drop down. The floor's going to drop. Boom. There it is. Alright, see ya, Sierra. It's going to... Yep, there it is. Alright, I'm going to play the next game. Okay, I love me some Final Fantasy VI. Kirby Superstar. This is one of the games that I get a lot of views on even to this day. And I love this game. This was my first Kirby game, so I was kind of spoiled. Let's just do Spring Breeze. Why not? Meta Knight. Revenge of Meta Knight is a really good part of this game. Basically, it's a bunch of mini games in one. And I actually really recommend the DS version of this game. It's excellent. I made a helper. Gosh dang it. Yeah, really good Kirby game. Probably my favorite, like I said. And I love the two-player mode, the co-op mode. Buddy and I would actually sit down and play this and try to beat this all the time. Then there's like a boss rush mode that we really enjoy. Gosh dang it. Ah, got him. I hate the bomb guy. Why did I do that? I don't want the bomb. He can be the bomb guy. I don't care. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll play this game, because I could play this one all night, too. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a dedicated stream of this sometime. I keep saying that. I need to write these things down, because there's a lot of games I have the ability to live stream now, and I'm very, very happy about that, by the way. With my new setup, my new rig, so to speak. So, come on, fool. Yeah, Kirby. Kirby's either hit or miss for me. Either the games are really good, or they're kind of duds. You know, case in point, like Kirby 64. That game is not fun to me. I cannot get into that game at all. I really like, it's Triple Attack. Is that what it's called on the 3DS? That one's a lot of fun. And then there's another one I like on the 3DS as well. Gosh dang it. I haven't played the newest one. Battle Arena, is that what it's called? Dang it, what is it called? And then there's one before it too. It's like Kirby's in a mech suit. I have it, but I have not played it. I need to sit down and play it because Kirby games are most excellent. And then also the 3DS game. I have not bought it. That's something I'm waiting for the price to go down a little bit in value. So we'll get to that, you know. There's just so many freaking games anymore to keep track of, and pick and choose what you want to play. That's why I kind of go back to the originals. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Kirby 64. There's one on the GameCube I'm not the biggest fan of either. What the heck is it called? It's not... Is it Air Ride? Kirby's Air Ride? Almost got me. Alright, I want the sword, dude. Gosh dang it. The cutter will do just fine. Alright, I'll beat Lolo's here. And I never knew they were in this game. I didn't know who they were until much later. And it makes sense. We're about to die. Nope. I got him. There we go. What's up, Fred? How you doing? Just playing some Super NES here. Alright, there's Kirby. Kirby's Dream Course. I really have to play this. This is my least favorite game on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. It's not fun to me. Gosh dang it. I didn't mean to do that. I have no idea why this game came out. New member. I don't care about that stuff. Okay, here we go. So this is basically like putt-putt golf. That's what it is. Essentially. Oh, not bad, JT. How about yourself? That's good, Fred. Yeah. Yeah, I have sophomores and juniors and freshmen for one area. So yeah, I love teaching. It's one of my passions. Gosh dang it, I screwed that up. I hate this game. I'm gonna play this one as little as possible. Got him. I mean, it's not horrible, but again, it shouldn't have been on the Mini. There's hundreds of games that are better than this. Oh my lord. Alright. I have been teaching now. This is my ninth year. 10th in the district. I was a paraprofessional at one point in time. And, man, I haven't started a new game on here. So, teach social studies. Absolutely love social studies. American history. American government. AP US history. You name it. I love all things history. And, yeah. Nice. Fred, what subjects do you teach? I can't believe I hadn't started a file on here. I actually have played the Switch game a little bit. I have the Switch collection. The Secret of Mana collection. It's okay. I wanted to do a video on it, but I didn't have my stuff set up at that point in time yet, so maybe I'll cover it in the future. I don't know. I would like to do like a collection video, like compilation video. That'd be cool. Alright, I'm not going to play much of Mana. Here's some good old Mode 7. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about with this stream, the impact of these minis, and I actually had a very good question the other day about these little mini plug-and-play systems. And they asked me, is this a fad? Is this going to go away anytime soon? Here's the deal. It's been around for a very long time. You can go back, you can trace it back all the way to the early thousands. I remember seeing these little plug-and-play consoles when I was in high school. Now, they weren't what they are today. You know, it'd be like Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, or, you know, something like that. Some arcade game, Galaga, or, you know, Galaxian, or, you know, stuff like that. And it kept advancing a little bit. We had the first big one was the Atari flashback system. And I still have my very first flashback system, the Flashback 1. And I was so stoked when that came out. Because I grew up with the Atari as a kid, and that was my first time really playing it again since a kid. Because our system didn't work at the time, or whatever. Oh, Lord, come on. What is the secret of Mana? Dante, I don't know, man. I've been trying to figure that out since, what, 1993 or 4, since this game came out. Gosh dang it, what am I doing? Why won't it let me in the water? There we go. Why was that so difficult? I don't understand. Now, Secret of Mana, kind of hopping around here with topics. Secret of Mana has the remake. A lot of people give it a lot of grief. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. And I've actually done a few live streams of that on my channel. You guys can check that out at your leisure. Yeah, so this conversation about minis, you know, I think it's going to stick around for a very long time, as long as game companies are making money off of it. I mean, for example, this is something Sega could do. Sega could potentially do a Sega Genesis Mini 2, and it'd be Model 2. Okay, they can also do Model 3, which I have no idea why they want to do that, because that thing was garbage. But, you know, they can keep doing this, I mean, and make a lot of money. I mean, these things are so popular. They're really good, like, stocking stuffers. And, you know, $2 a game, that's a great value. Nice, JT. Yes, I will announce the winner on October 1st. So yes, I am totally doing that for sure, 100%. I hate these stupid beginning enemies. Now, a lot of people actually say, oh, this is a Legend of Zelda clone. There's some elements of Legend of Zelda. I can see that, obviously, but it's much more than that. And I love the Mana series. I really do. And Trials of Mana, that's going to be coming out very soon as well. I don't know if I'm going to be getting that right away. I'm a little mana'd out, so to speak. So that'll probably be something I get and get on my backlog. Maybe wait for it to go down a little bit in price. Yeah, it is a standard. Oh man, congratulations, Fred said. That's awesome, man. That's great. Glad to hear that. Congratulations. Alright, so there's Secret of Mana. I'm actually going to make a save state. Oh, man. No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, well. I did soft reset. I totally forgot about that. That's a standard. So. That's great. Wow. Congratulations. Now, the funny thing is I've been playing the Sega Genesis version on my streams, and I'm just curious to just see the differences. I mean, I know the differences, duh, but it's just going to be interesting, okay? Just the feel, the different feel. Oh, yeah. A lot smoother. Perfect. Now, I love Street Fighter II Turbo. This is the best version, in my opinion, of Street Fighter II. Now, you could make a debate about the 3DO version, but and the arcade version, duh. But in my opinion, like Nintendo or Sega, this is the definitive version. Gosh dang it. Got him. What's up, Pez? How you doing? What's up, Anthony? Would you be a teacher in the hood? Well, I'm a teacher in kind of a rural, suburban kind of area, so yeah, I like Ken. I mean, I teach all kids in my class. I don't care where you come from, and I'm gonna love on you regardless of what your background is and quote-unquote how intelligent you are. I don't care what some test says or what other teachers might say about my students. I love them regardless. I find, you know, their strong points, and I try to capitalize on those strong points and really just try to inspire them to understand history and the government in the best way that I can. That would apply to their lives too. I don't want to talk about my job, guys. I love teaching. I do. I'm really tempted to start like a separate channel talking about like teaching, because I talk about it a lot on my streams and actually get a lot of questions about it from people from time to time, like on my streams and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Thanks.
You win. Round 2, fight.
Let's go. I'm pretty good. I'm getting better with E Honda. Ryu is my go-to. If I'm getting frustrated, I go with E Honda. Oh Lord. He destroyed me there. You lose. Come on. Ah. Come on, get stars. Yes. Got him. I win. And they did a good decision with not putting Mortal Kombat on the Super NES Classic Edition. Now with the Sega Mini, they did it was a poor decision to exclude Mortal Kombat, in my opinion, and put Street Fighter on instead. That was not a good choice by Sega. I would have pursued Midway 100% on that, but hey, it is what it is. Street Fighter is still a good game. I am not gaming in the collection room. This is a new setup that I have. I'm still working on it. I keep saying that. But this is going to be our quote-unquote podcast room. And, I mean, it is going to be our quote-unquote podcast room, but I've kind of adopted it as my game room. I mean, it's an extension of my game room, and this is where I do all my filming. So, in reality, it's kind of just like a filming room. And I've moved majority of my filming in here. Now, for the bigger things, like I'm getting ready to film some review stuff for the Sega Genesis Mini. I'll probably go and I'll do that in the big room, just because it looks better in there with some of the lighting. The lighting in here is not bad, and I have actual like lighting now. I'm looking right at it, and just toying around with that, trying to get better on the channel in general. I really wasn't either, but my parents didn't really care what I played a whole lot of, as long as there wasn't like nudity, straight up nudity or something like that. So yeah. And I was the baby of the family, so I was treated a little bit differently. Okay, I'm not gonna say I was spoiled or anything, but I was spoiled. And you know, they had a little less restriction on me, and kind of let me do what I want to a degree. So I did get to play a lot more games like this. And if my brother, you know, he was older than me, if you know he brought a game home like this, I got to play it regardless. Now, I mean, they were good parents. I'm not saying they weren't like stupid or anything, but you know, it's like letting some kids play like Call of Duty today. You know, it's like, is that a good decision? Borderline. So yeah, I know, isn't that crazy, Pez? Yeah, Fatal Fury is an awesome game on the Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis isn't really known for fighting games per se, but you gotta have a 6-button controller, hands down. I don't know why I'm playing this one so much. My Dragon Punch to stand a chance. I found, okay, so I have the Nintendo Power where they're, no, it's the EGM. I found that the other day when they're talking about Shay Long. Gosh dang it, I'm not gonna make it. Gosh dang it, I gotta be quicker on that. So that's pretty cool, the whole Shay Long controversy and all that. Alright, let's do one more fight and I'll move on.
Round 1, fight.
With Terry coming to Smash. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I'm really stoked that they're gonna continue on with the DLC characters. Now I'm curious if you had to buy the other pack or whatever, because I bought the season pass. So there'll probably be like a season 2 pass, I would assume, eventually. Chung Li. Gosh dang it. Ah. Got her. So there's Street Fighter 2. I've streamed the crap out of Street Fighter 2 on my channel. So if you guys want more footage of that, go check out some other streams and look at my review. Mario Kart. Really? Mario Kart. A classic. I have a lot of memories with this one. Shared in my review. This was one of the first games that I ever played on the Super Nintendo. Of course, I played Super Mario World. Then Mario Kart, I would say, would be a close second. I don't know why I picked Luigi. I usually pick the turtle. But this is my favorite. I'm not saying it's the best, okay? So don't mince my words. This is my favorite Mario Kart. Now, if I had to say the best, Deluxe is probably the best out there. The most diverse, wow. And I love the retro levels in Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And the online stuff's pretty cool too. Now, I know that there's Mario Kart. There's a mobile game out. I actually watched a review on it today, and I'm like, no. And I actually have seen some of my kids. They showed it to me at the appropriate time, because there's a very strict no cell phone policy in my class and in our school. So they showed it to me at an appropriate time, and I'm like, I don't want to play this like this. I really don't want to touch the screen like this. I want to sit down, play with a controller, and just have a good old time with Mario Kart. Gosh dang it. So we'll do a couple races here at Mario Kart. Ah! Thank you, Fred. Yeah. Take it easy, buddy. You too. Have a good week. Surprisingly, that was my second fastest lap. Alright, let's do one more race here. I love Mario Kart, though. I mean, just in general. Aside from the online, or not the online, the mobile stuff, you know, I think it's one of the most solid franchises ever. And it's just impressive how they keep innovating this small little niche genre. And this created the genre itself. And it's still the best in the genre, the kart genre, I guess. Gosh dang it, why is Luigi being so difficult? This is why I don't normally pick him. I usually pick Turtle or whatever, Koopa. Oh man, like, he's so hard to control. I don't understand that. But, I love Mario Kart 64. I love Double Dash. I love the Wii version. I love the Wii U version, obviously, 8. And I even love the DS ones, the 3DS and the DS, and the Game Boy Advance one is actually one of my all-time favorites because it's very close to the Super Nintendo. I consider it a direct sequel to the Super Nintendo game. So, yeah. The Game Boy Advance, man, was basically the Super Nintendo sequel. And there's a lot of Super Nintendo games. Ooh, man, I almost missed her. Just missed her. But to me, it's just as good as the Super Nintendo. I mean, yeah, you're playing it handheld, but you can also play it on the Game Boy player on... wow. the GameCube. And there's a ton of great games on there, a ton of great RPGs. There's some F-Zero games on there too. Alright. There's Mario Kart, Super Mario World. I'm actually tempted to play through this one complete as well at some point. Just because it's one of my favorite games. And I haven't live streamed it all the way through. This would be a good option to play like on a snow day. Because my tradition is, and always will be, since I am a teacher, since we're kind of on the theme of being a teacher and all that. First snow day of the year, I always play Super Mario World. It's a tradition I've had since I was a kid, like I said. And the story goes, so it was the Blizzard, don't quote me on this, the exact year. It was either 91 or 93. There was a really huge, disastrous, costly blizzard. And I remember we were out for like literally a week of school. And it was the first time I remember being out of school that long. Because of the weather, because of snow. So that kind of stuff sticks with you a little bit as a kid. And anyway, I remember, you know, that's the same year that we got the Super Nintendo. So I remember playing Super Mario World. And just, I was like, oh man, I'm missing school. I'm playing Super Mario World. It's a snow day, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, I did go outside and play. Yeah, I did normal kid stuff too. But there was a point when it was too dangerous to go outside. Wow. So we were just stuck inside, trying to stay warm, trying to stay safe. And what's the best thing to do to pass time other than just playing some good old Mario World on CRT television in the 1990s. I mean, come on. That was it as a kid. Come on. But a lot of memories with this one. I can remember this being one of the first games I ever beat. And just being really impressed with that. Thank you, Pez. Yeah, I'm really excited about it as well. I want to play with it a little bit more. I'm looking at my computer screen right now. I want to play. I actually have. It's called. Dang it. What's the OBS? Mixed streams, something like that. But I want to play around with that. You can actually. You probably have seen it on a lot of live streams before. But you can recognize when someone makes a donation or when someone subscribes to you or etc. or leaves a comment. And I'll play around with that eventually. I'm just trying to get my live streaming down a little bit more first. You gotta be simple before you can go big, kind of thing. You know, you gotta learn to crawl before you can run, kind of thing. So, and I knew how to live stream before this. It's just I did not have the technology. I didn't have the right setup to where I can literally just come down here and if I want to live stream one night, I can just turn on my computer and boom, there it is. Like tonight, it took me 10 minutes to get set up for my live stream, and that was it. And that's what I want. That's the kind of ease I want with this, and that was my whole goal. And to have quality content too. I have my mic here, right here. I'm looking at it, and I swear that's one of the best investments I ever made for my channel, and I will never doubt spending a little bit of money on audio quality. And just how awesome this thing has been. It almost sounds professional. I mean, it makes me sound good, and that's that's pretty good. When anything can make me sound good and my voice sound good, that's a good trick, I guess. There we go. Alright, there's Super Mario World. I just wanted to play a little bit of that. And EarthBound. There's a girl on the stream every night, well, on my streams, Susan, okay? Susan M. She always asks me to play EarthBound. Susan M, where are you at? Where are you at, girl? That's funny. And I have not started a new game on here either. I'm going to share a story about EarthBound here in a moment. Don't care. I'm just going to pick... Dang it. I'm going to pick don't care for all of them. But this past summer at Missouri Game Con, you all aren't going to believe this, but I dipped into my personal collection just a little bit, and I actually ended up selling my my copy of EarthBound on the Super Nintendo. And really, I wanted to do it to test myself and to see if I can actually get rid of some stuff in my collection, and I was very successful in that. Thank you, Pez. Yeah. May I tell you what, the setup I had before is like, I look back on that and I'm like, what? Why did I hold out so long? And yeah, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in myself, but you live and you learn. And the cool thing is you can kind of see the progress that I made. Kind of neat that I'm actually getting a few comments here and there. They're like, hey, you know, I watched you, I tuned into your channel like a year ago, and I watched one of your new videos here recently, and the quality has increased exponentially. The quality of the writing, the content, like actually writing of the scripts, the quality of the audio, the visual, and I'm working on the lighting, like I said earlier in this stream. I really need to play EarthBound. Really? Gosh dang it. I'm only going to play this for like a couple minutes here, guys. I do love... Okay, so I give EarthBound a lot of grief. Okay, I love EarthBound. I don't want to come across as I don't like EarthBound, because EarthBound is so much fun. It's classic. It's goofy. It's colorful. I love the characters. I love the story. It's just off the wall, 90s, weird grossness, all that stuff. And it's just a straightforward JRPG. And Nintendo needs to do something with EarthBound. They're out of their minds for not utilizing EarthBound more. They're out of their minds for not wanting to do something with the Mother series. They're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. And I'm going to go to the meteorite, and that's going to be about all I'm going to play EarthBound. Don't be rubbernecking. Alright, EarthBound's a great game. Sorry. I'm moving on. F-Zero, here we go. And yeah, I'm still going to roll through all 21 games. Some games I'm going to go through pretty quickly. Like, I'll probably play like 2 races here. This game is so much fun. This was a release title. And the Mode 7 graphics are on full display here. Very, very colorful. And just love the soundtrack. And the game is pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. It's not as hard as other F-Zero games. The GameCube game is notoriously hard. Notoriously difficult. Sega actually ended up making that game. Believe that or not. Believe that or not. And I really, really enjoy the Game Boy Advance games. There's F-Zero Legends, and then there's F-Zero, oh man, GP. Don't quote me on that last one, but yeah, and then my absolute favorite F-Zero of all time, F-Zero X. F-Zero X is so much fun on the Nintendo 64. Now that is a hard game as well, but we played the living crap out of that game. And if I'm not mistaken, the frame rate on that is insane. It's insane for a Nintendo 64 game. Ah, crap. So yeah, absolutely love... Oh crap, what am I doing? You said Top Gear over F-Zero. Dante, you know what, buddy? I agree with you 100% on that. Top Gear is one of my favorite games ever. Ever. It's so much fun. Oh man, come on. I can't believe I just did that. Alright, there's F-Zero. Mega Man X. Yeah, Dante, I heard about that too. I don't know about the Jackson stuff. But yeah. Mega Man X. This is the one that I played the most as a kid. In later years, I would play X2 and X3. And I've actually, this past year, on the PlayStation 4, I've actually live streamed this game and beat it to completion. So if you're interested in more thoughts on Mega Man X1 on this channel, you can check out, there's a review and also a full live stream playthrough. I think it's 2 parts. I could be mistaken, it might be 1. It's been a while since I played through it. When the Mega Man X Legacy Collection came out, I played through a lot of the X games on my channel. And just a great collection. And yeah, Mega Man X7 and 8 are hot messes. I understand that. Now back to this conversation of Top Gear. Horizon. What's the name of that game? Gosh dang it, the new game. Horizon. Oh my gosh. It's a new PlayStation 4, Xbox One. It's also on the Switch and Steam. It's in the same vein as Top Gear. It has the composer from Top Gear for the music. What is the name of that game? My gosh, Horizon Dawn something. I don't know. I'm thinking. Help me out, guys. I'm a little tired too. I've been in my classroom working. And also, we had a little tennis hit around tonight. Good Lord have mercy. That's going to bug me. But that game is so much fun. That's one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games right now. I've been playing the living crap out of it. And I can't remember the name of it. That's bad, right? And I actually got it in the physical, too. Oh, come on. One other thing too, thinking about games I got in the fall, I'm actually considering doing something different with my pickup videos, and I'm still gonna show off everything that I got, but it's gonna be like a much faster pace, and I'll talk about like 5 games that I've been playing the most from my pickups, or like games I've been looking for a while, or whatever. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to toy around with that format a little bit. We'll see. Gosh dang it, I hate these things. Horizon Chase Turbo, yes. Gosh dang it, Dante. I can't believe I forgot that. That game is so much fun. It is awesome. And it just screams nostalgic. I mean, nostalgia and just classic arcade 90s feel to it. And Top Gear was a huge, huge influence for that game. Yeah, I'm just gonna play like the first level here. What's up, Sean? How you doing, buddy? How you been? Hope everything's going good for you. Yeah, there's no way you could beat this guy. Just let him hammer me. Zero. Zero is one of the coolest characters in Mega Man history here coming up. And he doesn't even have his signature laser sword yet. Or a lightsaber, if you will. Yeah, Mega Man X is so good. I prefer X over the original Mega Man series. I know, gasp. So, I mean, I love Mega Man. I love the original Mega Man series, but this series is the best. And I plan on getting... I actually need to go pre-order it. The new Zero... Whatever the heck this new collection is that's coming out. Oh man, I'm having flashbacks to my live stream of this. Yeah, it is a great game though. You're right. It is one of the easier ones compared to Mega Man X2 or 3. But it's still a classic game. Mega Man X4, 5, and 6 are decent. 7's hot mess, 8's a hot mess. I really would love a revival of Mega Man X. I would like a Mega Man X game in this style, 16-bit style. And I think it's time for that revival. Mega Man X9, I mean, they did it with the original Mega Man series. Why can't they make a continuation, a sequel of Mega Man X? I mean, you did 9 and 10 for Mega Man. Why not? And the fans still love Mega Man. I mean, Mega Man is still as popular as ever. Mega Man 11 just came out last year. And that, I mean, it wasn't a different style, I understand, than the original series. And that was my big hang-up at first with Mega Man 11, but I played through it, I streamed it, live streamed it, and absolutely loved it. Mega Man 7, the original Mega Man 7 or Mega Man X7? Mega Man 0 ZX Legacy Collection. Yes, Michael. Yeah, you're right, buddy. That's what I'm looking forward to. When's that come out, by the way? Man, I would absolutely... I would actually get, like, I'd get the collector's edition. I don't do collector's editions, but I love Mega Man X that much that I would get the collector's edition for that, if that ever came to be. Alright, we're going to beat the Penguin. I'm kind of playing these games longer than I thought I was, but that's all good. There it is. And I'm not playing like real serious here. If I was, I'd be a little bit more careful. Just kind of playing. I'm not getting all the secrets, I'm not getting all the power-ups, all that stuff. I'm gonna play through Penguin's level here. Oh, okay, I got you. That was released on the Super Nintendo, correct? That version was kind of different. I'm not saying it's bad, it just feels clunky. It feels different. And it's alright. I have the Super Famicom version. Gosh dang it, there we go. And I have played it on my Super Nintendo, my quote-unquote modded Super Nintendo. I just took a plier to a couple of those tabs inside the system itself. And I have a Retron 5 that you can play Super Famicom and Famicom games on, by the way. I don't really do that. I don't know why. I just play on my system I have. What's up, Gregory? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good night. I'm just streaming through every single game on... Not like to completion. That would take days. But I am streaming through just some quick little portions. I'm gonna die here. I wanted to die there on purpose. Just playing little bits and pieces, celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the Super NES Classic Edition. I love the Classic Editions. The NES, the Super NES. I love the mini consoles in general. Oh, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Ugh. My Atlanta. Let's try it one more time. Wow. What's going on, Retro Tony? Gosh. Okay. Ugh. Wow. That was close. Okay, I'm getting frustrated with that. On to the next game. So we got Star Fox, Star Fox 2. We still have some ground to make here. So let's play a little bit of Star Fox. Star Fox 2, I've done a complete playthrough, by the way, on my channel. If you watch the review, it's a complete playthrough. It's actually a quick game. And you can play, the game. I mean, it can take you as long as you want, really. But it's kind of like choose the way you want to beat the game kind of thing. And I kind of like that. And it's very reminiscent of the 64 game to a certain degree. And I love Star Fox 2. I think Star Fox 2 is my favorite Star Fox game. Dante, the funniest movie I've ever watched. Like, haha funny or so bad that it's good funny. I have thoughts on both of those. I mean, if you're going to go just straight up comedy, I mean, I've actually been asked this recently. Gosh dang it, did I just shoot my bomb? Billy Madison is a great comedy, and a lot of my humor can be derived from that. The maturity level of... My maturity level stems a lot from Billy Madison. Really. It's so silly, it's so good. Now, it's so bad that it's good. I mean, I love Mystery Science Theater 3000. If that's going to tell you anything. I love cheese. I love just... It has to be good. Like, low quality movies, bad movies in general. You know, bad acting, wooden acting, really cheesy special effects, nonsensical stories, that kind of thing. And my favorite episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000, hands down. I love the new series. I love the revival. I thought that they did an excellent job with it. And Jonah Hess, he's a very good host. I actually really like him as a host. And of course, I like Joel, and I like what's his face, the original one. No, the original one is Joel, and the other host too. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But anyway, my all-time favorite, the Time Chasers. And then behind that, now I've watched it so many times, it's kind of lost its effect. Time Chasers doesn't do this for me. Okay, so you've got to watch The Final Sacrifice. Rouse Dower. So good, so much comedic value there, and I've shown many generations Mystery Science Theater 3000, and they love it. They think it's funny. I'll show the shorts they have. Like, they have, like, old educational films from the 40s and 50s, that kind of thing. And yeah, my kids eat that up. So yeah, cheese is good. What's up, Arcade? How you doing, buddy? Where's my snack pack? Happy Gilmore's good, yeah. Oh, snap. Yeah, I'm gonna beat this first boss and call it a day with Star Fox 1. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna play of Star Fox 2. I love Star Fox 64, and I actually really enjoyed the multiplayer for Star Fox 64. That's a ton of fun. For some reason, the Star Fox review I didn't get a lot of views. I don't know why. Star Fox is still really popular today. Maybe it's just because of the graphics. The graphics don't look the best. I don't know. Same with Star Fox 2. That was the last review I did because I didn't have my hands on it. Obviously, I didn't have my hands on it, but yeah. Time Bandits. Oh, Time Bandits is a good one too. All right, Star Fox 2. This is the one that obviously was never released, and I'm so happy that Nintendo released this game, and we got a final product. Now, I've actually seen in the modding community, the bootleg community, that you can dump this ROM that's on the Super NES Classic Edition and put it onto an actual cartridge, and it makes sense. I've seen people on Facebook who have that for sale. Of course, that's not legal. Well, I know it's not legal. I don't own that, but I think that's kind of cool. And it's kind of a shame that Nintendo didn't release it, but it makes sense. Faye.
Good luck.
All right. Nice. That's nice, Arcade. That's awesome, dude. Star Fox 64 2. That would be cool. Alright, we'll do a little bit of here. We're going to go to the carrier and attack it. Now, I'm not a big fan of the GameCube games. One of my buddies, well, Stevie rather, Stevie swears by one of them, and he's not a big fan of this game. Believe that. He thinks it's subpar at best. He's such a big fan of the 64 game, and he really likes the Wii U game. I've never seen anyone really defend the Wii U game. I mean, I struggle with that game. I cannot control the Wii U gamepad very well with it, and the steering is just not the best. So it is what it is. Each person has their own different tastes and their own different abilities in games, so I get it. Press Y. Alright, we're going inside. And the graphics looked awesome. You can morph too. Gosh dang it. That's it. I couldn't remember how to morph. It's been a while since I played 2. And I like this little transformation kind of thing. You have a choice. And what you do. Pee-wee's Playhouse. Oh crap, what am I doing? Okay. I do like that you auto aim on stuff here. It helps with the gameplay a lot. Okay. Now these sections are quote unquote easy, but I like that. I actually, so, oh, it's going good, Lucas. Dante, I actually tend to agree with these people, saying now is the time to buy Wii U before it gets too high. I could see it exploding. The Wii, especially, you know, the Wii U not being a popular system, but it's going to be very similar collecting, say, for the GameCube, for example. The GameCube is very I mean, the popular titles are going to be expensive. Okay, Fire Emblem, that one Fire Emblem game on the GameCube, for example, is creeping up towards $160, something like that. So, you gotta be on the lookout. You gotta be wary. If you're trying to go for a complete set, now is the time to buy. This is kind of that sweet spot, so to speak. So, there's Star Fox 2. Yeah, I'm about halfway through the GameCube library, like collecting wise. I don't know if I'm gonna go for complete set or not now. A couple years ago, I was determined to do that, but priorities change, collecting habits change. I have a complete 64 set. The complete 64 set's pretty cool to have, and I will maintain and keep that collection. Alright, Super Castlevania IV. I'm only going to play this one for a little bit. Just out of fear of Konami. But we'll just play the first level here. Konami might give me a copyright strike. Anytime I do anything Castlevania 4 related, I get a copyright strike. In fact, I'm gonna not play that. Super Castlevania 4 is a fun game. Play it. It's Castlevania action at its best. For some reason, I never get hit with Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So we'll play Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and I'll embarrass myself again. So... I love the GameCube. I really do. The GameCube is underrated. And to me, it's a lot like the Wii U. The Wii U will be appreciated, and it's, you know, and much later down the road, people are going to look at that library and say, man, that was a really strong library. Why did it fail? The marketing failed. The name failed it. And people just thought it was an extension of the Wii. That kind of thing. And then you're also going against some juggernauts in the industries. Whereas the Switch is very, very successful. The marketing and just, you know, the versatility of the Switch. That's what I love about this. Gosh, dang it. I am so bad at this game. You know, I might sit down one day and just play this, practice this, get better at it. Gosh dang it, come on. It's not that I don't like this game, okay? Like, I absolutely love this game, by the way. I'm just not good at it. What's that? Will somebody name their top 5 Mario games? Because I believe I have the top 5. You want my top 5? I actually did a video on it. So let's see. I could do that for you, buddy. Number 1 is going to be Super Mario World. Hands down, the Super Nintendo game. Then I'd have to say Super Mario Odyssey is number 2. Then I'd have to say Super Mario 64 is number 3. That's an absolute classic game. One of the best examples of 3D gaming done right. Then after that, it's kind of up in the air a little bit. Probably Mario 3. That's a classic. You can't go wrong with Mario 3. And then 5. Oh, man. What would... See, I'm not a big fan of Sunshine. I mean, I like Sunshine, don't get me wrong. Sunshine is a really fun game, but it's not the best in my opinion. I'm also not a big fan of the Galaxy games. The Galaxy games is kind of a preference thing. I'm not a Wii guy. I'm not like Wii at all. Gosh dang it. So what would number 5 be? Mario 1, I guess. Or actually, Would the Game Boy games count? I guess so. I mean, they're Mario games. I really like Super Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy. That's a really fun one, underrated. So I would say it's tied with Super Mario World 1, or Super Mario World, sorry. No, Land, the first one. And then Super Mario Brothers on the NES, the original. So, yeah, I love Odyssey, by the way. I thought they killed it with Odyssey. No! That was cheap. This is a game that requires absolute concentration in order to be successful at. I'm gonna die. Got him. Your favorite Super Mario Brothers? Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. Oh, snap! Would you look at that? I actually made it to the water part. Yeah, Mario is eternal. Mario is classic. I mean, you could even say Donkey Kong is a really good... Oh, man. Mario game. I mean, I even like games like Wrecking Crew on the NES, and that's technically a Mario game, even though it's not really a Mario game. What else? There's like a zillion Mario games. I'm not talking about like the sports games. I mean, there's even weird like Mario games like Mario Teaches Typing that I thoroughly enjoy having in my collection, by the way. Hotel Mario, that's another one. I would love to have Hotel Mario, by the way, the CDI game. Alright, that's enough of that. Leisure Suit Larry games quickly. Leisure... That's really hard to say. Leisure Suit Larry games. I'm not a real big fan of that series. Sorry, Dante. Alright, so Super Mario RPG. Do I really have to play this game? Really? Yeah, it's a Square game. Yes, I get it. Square developed it. I should love it, right? Alright, I don't need to start a new level or a new game. Sweet. Alright, we'll play some of the, we'll actually fight some enemies and stuff. No. Do I need to go to Bowser's Keep? Turn off the light. Alright, we'll go to Bowser's Keep. Maybe I've already done this, maybe I haven't? No, I haven't. Okay. Yeah, here's the stupid sword. Gosh dang it. Super Mario Brothers 2. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, but I can understand what you're saying, Sid. Super Mario Brothers 2, I grew up playing and I absolutely loved it. So, and I understand it's not a true Mario game. But it kind of is. And yeah, I understand it's Doki Doki Panic. I get it. But it's still so iconic. It's still really fun. I have a lot of fond memories of that game growing up. Oh, I actually really like the comedy in this game. And Mario can't talk. Mario is a silent protagonist in this game, much like a lot of RPGs of the era. Alright, we're gonna go... You received a mushroom. Let's go so I can get on with it. Perhaps I can help. Alright, let's go. Come on, Toad. Three mushrooms. Alright, here we go. Another reason I don't like Super Mario RPG, it's isometric. And I'm not the biggest fan of isometric games. So, there it is. Boom, I did my timed attack. Dang it, I didn't do my... Got him. Yeah, the Mario Galaxies on the Wii. Yeah, Dante, I agree with the Zelda 2 statement. Again, it's the black sheep of the franchise. And it's the curse of the tubes. Even Final Fantasy II did something different. And they kind of went off the rails too and did something different with their true sequel. In Final Fantasy II, the real Final Fantasy II, the Japanese NES Famicom release, is considered to be the black sheep of the franchise. And you can say that with Mario 2, you can say that with Zelda 2. But here's the thing, I love Zelda 2. And I'm going to tell you 2 really good ways to play Zelda 2 and to play Mario 2 is on... I need to do a video on it. I really do. It's the NES Remix. And crap, I messed that up. NES Remix. It's on the Wii U. Game over. What am I doing? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, guys. So there's Mario RPG. We got a few more games. Super Metroid. Turn your controller diagonal. That's funny, Dante. But I can't speak highly enough about NES Remix on the Wii U. You can also play it on on the 3DS. I was trying to see where I was at in this game. I'm not very far at all. This would be another game that I could live stream. I don't like the button layout in this one. This would be another good one to live stream on my channel. I've never really beaten this game per se, so that would be a good opportunity for me to sit down and play it. I was never really into Metroid as a kid, so I don't know. I mean, I played the original. I remember playing the original, but I never really was interested, and it never looked good to me. And I always saw it at my rental store all the time, and I was like, maybe I'll get it next time, you know, that kind of mentality, and never really picked it up, kind of thing. Yeah, I saw the original Mario Brothers movie in theaters back in the day. I'm not ashamed about that. And as a kid, I didn't know what I was watching. I didn't understand what I was viewing at the time. But, man, it was awesome. It was awesome as a kid. It's terrible. It's so bad that it's good kind of movie, obviously. But there's a charm to it. There's a charm. I love the cast. I love even the crappy Yoshi in it. Is good. And just the really loose basis of, you know, the game on the movie. Now, I love that you can actually go back. You're kind of revisiting the original Metroid here, which is very, very cool. Yeah. There's a new Metroid coming out? Nice. Oh man, don't get me started on N64 wrestling games. That was the best era for wrestling games in history, in my opinion. Oh man, I've actually done a video on a few Japanese N64 wrestling games. We've actually done a couple Let's Plays on it, and I'm going to tell you what, I love N64 wrestling games. I love Revenge. Revenge is probably my favorite. It's not the best. WrestleMania is pretty good. 2000, WrestleMania 2000, I think that's what it's called. And then No Mercy is a ton of fun as well. Gosh dang it. Why am I having such a hard time there? There we go. So yeah, I love the wrestling games. I love WCW versus NWO. There's some that are absolute garbage, obviously. So there's some you gotta avoid at all costs. Like there's the ECW one is not good. The WCW backstage, it's a blue cartridge, is trash. I'm also not the biggest fan of WWF Warzone. Is that what it's called? That's not very good. And then there's also another WCW game that's garbage. Absolute garbage. What the heck is it named? What's it called? Is it Nitro? Nitro's not that good. It's so it goes. There's one that's not so good. One of the WCW games, and then Revenge came out. Revenge was awesome, and then you had WrestleMania 2000, and then you also had No Mercy. No Mercy was the last one released, and I remember that game the most. What's up, Hawk? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, NWO versus or WCW versus NWO was awesome. Super Punch Out. Gonna play some Super Punch Out. I'm probably gonna live stream some N64 games at some point. It's just kind of funky changing the games in the stream, so I might just pick like No Mercy one night or something. New game. That used to be my default name. Bad. He's so bad. Gabby J. Yay!
Gabby J.
Now there's actually like fan theories out there about Gabby J and like who he lost to and stuff. Did Glass Joe beat Gabby J? That kind of stuff. It's crazy. There's a lot of crazy fan theories. Now, I prefer Punch Out compared to this. Ugh. Come on, I'm trying to concentrate.
Yay.
Ah, come on. I'm a little out of practice with this game. I played the living crap out of this game in college.
Come on. Come on.
It makes sense. It makes sense if they made an N64 mini. I would absolutely love it. Obviously, I mean, my bread and butter is these mini little consoles. And for live streaming purposes, I love having these. And I've already talked about, you know, my 5th grade summer school class bringing these things. The kids love it. And it's just so easy to plug and play into the equipment there. Alright. Come on. Why am I having such a hard time with Gabby J?
1, 2, 3.
Nice, Sid.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to have GoldenEye. I want to play some GoldenEye. That would be a really good live stream. By the way, GoldenEye. Why not? You know what? I'm going to write that down on my board. I have a board back here of projects and videos I'm working on. I'm writing that down. Next Sunday is GoldenEye 64. I'm live streaming it. Good idea, arcade. Shadows of the Empire would be amazing. Shadows of the Empire, oh man. Let's do one more fight here. Bear Hugger. Yeah, I'm doing GoldenEye next week, guys. Good idea. I might even do Perfect Dark. Now, has anyone played the Wii? Super Punch, or Punch Out, rather? Ah, dang it.
1, 2, 3. Fight!
Dang it. Got him. Bear Hugger.
1, 2,
NASCAR 99.
fight!
That's a good game. Oh, yeah, the N64 is known for its racing games. Automobile Lamborghini is on there. Also, what the heck is that? Beetle Adventure Racing is such an underrated classic. Nice. Hit his head. Good call, Michael.
1, 2, 3.
What else? Rush. San Francisco Rush. Rush is so much fun. Rush is... That might be... Oh, my lord. You guys are giving me so many good ideas. You guys are giving me so many good ideas for live streaming. Now I gotta do Rush. I gotta do San Francisco Rush. N64. Like, I might as well just have an N64 night. You know? Alright, there's Super Punch Out. Let's do one more fight. Why not?
Fight!
Stunned him. I do like that they got away from the hearts in this one. Your like stamina. Ugh. Good lord. Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, too bad you can't go multiplayer. Okay, I'm gonna play Super Mario World 2, and then I'll go play Zelda. Okay, I'll end with Zelda. Not that I don't like Super Mario World 2, but man, Zelda, A Link to the Past. Quite possibly my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time, and it is my favorite Zelda game of all time, by the way. A crappy FMV night like Sega CD ones. That's rich, Dante. That's rich. That might be like a Halloween special. Good idea. I'll jot that down as an idea. I don't have a whole lot of FMV games as you would think, but I have enough to play probably. So we'll see. Crappy FMV night. That's a good one, Dante. Alright, come on, Yoshi. Now I gotta go through the tutorial stage. And I played this one too. I played this one right around the same time that I played Kirby All-Star. And actually right around the same time that I played Chrono Trigger, believe it or not, and like EarthBound and other classic RPGs too, and I love the color. Now I prefer this color scheme versus the Yoshi's Story on the 64, and I was obsessed with Yoshi's Story for some reason as a kid, and when it came out I was like, what is this garbage? So I got my hopes up really high for it. So I never get my hopes up really high for any game really anymore, unless it's like a re-release or something. So yeah. But I do like Yoshi games in general. They re-released this on the 3DS and the Game Boy Advance. I had both versions. I really haven't played the DS version. I have played the Game Boy Advance version. The Game Boy Advance version is really good. Final Fantasy VIII is good. Now, here's one thing about Final Fantasy VIII. Not a lot of people know this, okay? And we were obsessed with it. We were obsessed with Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VII, and playing with the Game Shark. We were obsessed with the Game Shark back in the day on the PlayStation 1. And here's the deal. You can actually play through the entire game as a level 1 character. And you never have to level up. Now, basically, it's kind of unique. It's kind of cool. Oh, crap. Kind of cool. Almost did it again. The bosses, the monsters you fight, they progress with you. So you could be level 99 and everything else is going to get harder with you. I really, really like that idea. And if you're level 1, the monsters have really lower stats. They have lower stats than if you're a higher level, so it's progressive. The level up system is progressive, and the monsters level up with you, which is cool. After what? FF? Kirby Superstar. Kirby Superstar is awesome. Yeah, I've already played Kirby Superstar tonight. Gosh dang it. Alright, let's do one more level. I didn't do too hot on the score. I'm just playing to play. Yeah, and who knows how long I'll play Zelda for. Maybe I'll clear the first dungeon. You know, I love Zelda. And I have been playing Link's Awakening. I am past the 4th dungeon. I'm kind of taking my sweet time with it. This effect was cool. I loved that effect as a kid. And it is very creative how they use the art in this game, especially late in the SNES's life. This is a very creative game, and to me, the pinnacle of Super NES games. Now, this one had a Super FX chip in it, didn't it? Is that right? Dang it. Ah. Freaking Mario. Come on. Pac World and Pac World 2 back in the day. Oh, absolutely. Those are great games. That was a great series. Oh, man. And this game still retains and feels like the first Super Mario World in certain elements. Now, it's very cutesy and colorful, and it looks hand-drawn, that kind of thing. And I like that element too, but you could tell that it is a sequel. And yeah, you're playing as Yoshi, and he has all these abilities. And I like that. And Yoshi can actually like transform into certain like vehicles type of deal. And I love this game as a kid. It was so much fun. Gosh dang it, I must have messed up there. Alright, let's go. Follow the arrows. Nice, I will, Dante. I'll check that out, buddy. I have not played that yet. I know it's really, really popular. It might be something I get to eventually. I'm not the biggest Minecraft guy. Minecraft style, player, all that kind of stuff. But I'd be willing to, try something new, put something new on the channel, that kind of thing. So we'll see. Okay. Yeah, got the one up. Why not? You have to have 30 for a perfect score, is that right? Alright. Special stage, special stage. It'd be cool to do a live stream of this, to be honest. Blast off, Charlie. There we go. There's Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Now let's end with Zelda. Link to the Past. Ooh boy. This one defines classic. And the reason this one's so special to me, and I share this in my review, okay? The reason this one's so good and so special to me is I remember my brother renting it when I was very, very young. I'm going to say I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I was playing Super Nintendo at the time. I was playing Super Mario World and, some other games similar to that, from that era. And my brother rented this game, and I had no idea what it was. I never played the first one on the NES. Never played Zelda a day in my life. Never really played an RPG a day in my life either. So I remember my brother, he went out to play, and this was a rental game. And I asked my mom, hey, can I play this game? This looks interesting. I've seen my brother playing it, kind of deal. And she's like, sure, why not? I didn't erase this file. I actually knew better back then not to do that. And played it. Didn't know what the heck was going on. And I played a saved file and just exploring the world, exploring Hyrule. And I was just thinking to myself, this is like the biggest game ever. This is huge. This is an awesome game. So before I played Final Fantasy, this is even before I was into Star Wars, for crying out loud. I didn't really watch Star Wars till I was about 9-ish years old. And you gotta think, Star Wars started getting popular again around 96, 97 with the re-releases, the special editions that George Lucas was working on. Gosh dang it. So, anyway, I played this, absolutely loved it. It was a instant classic for me. I never beat it as a kid, okay, but I would always rent it. And just try to play it, have a good time with it. And I just couldn't understand the puzzles. I was too young. I didn't understand how to solve some of the puzzles. And to me, it was a little bit on the difficult side as a kid. Now, I actually, when it got re-released on the Game Boy Advance, I beat that sucker. I sat down. I remember that spring. It came out in the springtime, I believe. And I sat down and played it senior year before I graduated. And I remember playing it senior year before I graduated, and I was like, man, this is a big deal. I'm so happy and glad I beat this game, finally. Because I kind of forgot about it. I kind of was like, Super Nintendo, whatever. So, yeah. Little Nicky. Little Nicky's not bad. But I prefer Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Even Big Daddy's alright, you know, to a certain degree. What other Adam Sandler movies are decent? I mean, I even like Punch Drunk Love. What's the one with the remote? Gosh dang it. What is the name of that one with the remote? Click? Click? Click's alright. I don't like 10-Yard Fight or there's some really bad ones. Any of the ones that are on Netflix are absolute garbage. From what I've heard, I refuse to watch them. I refuse to sit down and subject myself to that garbage. So yeah, Grandma's Boy. Was he even in that one, Dante? Pinball. I love pinball too. You're getting me started on a bunch of different topics here. Yeah. You must have seen it in the one with the video games. Oh, Pixels. Ugh. I've never seen that. I don't want to watch that. No thanks. I feel like I'm a better human being for not watching that movie. I remember when it came out, I was just like, what is this trash? Holy Diver. Yeah, I actually live streamed that the other night. I live streamed it on this funky thing, the Retro Bit Generations. This thing's a piece of garbage, by the way. Don't recommend it. Other than that, I really can't think of any other good Adam Sandler movies. 50 First Dates is alright. Mr. Deeds is okay. I mean, it's a good, feel-good summer flick, I guess. I remember seeing it as a high school student. Or no, I was in college. And I liked it for what it was. That kind of thing. Yeah, I like the Game Boy Advance version of Link to the Past. Why did I go outside? And this is a game I can just go back to continually. It never gets old. I really loved A Link Between Worlds. A Link Between Worlds was so refreshing and so much fun. I couldn't believe, I just couldn't believe it. Was like, man, Nintendo nailed it. Nintendo killed it with A Link Between Worlds. Jim Carrey has not been funny in a long time. Yeah, I agree with that. Hotel Transylvania, I'll give a pass on. I mean, it's not bad. I actually was forced to watch it during summer school. We go watch a movie during summer school, and that was the choice that year. And it wasn't horrible. I liked it. It was good for a kids movie. Grown Ups, I'm not a huge fan of. Jim Carrey. Let's talk Jim Carrey, I guess. Since we're talking, random comedians, comedic stars, I guess. So I was a huge Jim Carrey fan as a kid, as a lot of people were, and still are. And I was obsessed with The Mask. I was The Mask for Halloween one year, and oh man, I remember I actually had a paper route. This is really bad. I had a paper route, and for Halloween that year, I decided to double dip. It was bad. I double dipped that year, so I would deliver my newspapers, and it was early afternoon, okay, like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Halloween. So I decided to trick or treat. I wore my costume while I was delivering newspapers. It's kind of an archaic thing anymore, anyway. And Anyway, so people thought I was absolutely nuts. I would come to their door with a newspaper in my hand, wearing this green mask for the mask, and people were like, this is really weird. But it was totally me. Totally me. Jim Carrey movies. Love the mask. I love, obviously, Ace Ventura Pet Detective 1 is a classic. Straight up classic. Pet Detective 2 is not that good. Don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I really like some of his serious films. Eternal Sunshine on a Spotless... Hold on. Eternal? What's it called? Eternal Sunshine on a Spotless Mind? Is that what it's called? The one where he wants to erase his memories of a past relationship. Gosh dang it. That one is my favorite Jim Carrey movie of all time. Hands down. Now he's going to be Dr. Robotnik in the new Sega movie. I might check it out. Arcade, I might check it out, man. We'll see. So, yeah. Let's see, other Jim Carrey movies. I don't know. Oh, Truman Show. Truman Show. Magnifique. Oh, man. That's such a great Jim Carrey movie. I actually wrote a paper on that in college for my philosophy class. And it's basically a new example of Plato. I think it's Plato, or it might be Socrates. The allegory of the cave. I think it's Plato, not Socrates. Okay, come on. And I basically drew allusions to the movie and the actual allegory. So yeah. Yeah, Vincent, it's a great game. It is pretty easy now comparative to other Zelda games, more recent Zelda games. But you can't beat a classic. I love the Master Sword. Just the legend. I mean, there's so much intertwined in the Legend of Zelda. I mean, there's references to the Sword of Stone. You know, references to mythology. There's references, you know, to King Arthur, things like that. Now, I would actually really... This is kind of bizarre. I would like a modern version of Zelda, like in a modern age. And yeah, it would be kind of funky, kind of weird, but it would be different. I think it would be totally different. Alright, hold on. I think I gotta talk to this dude one more time. Meet the Elder of... Okay. I know where to go. Oh, that comes out this week, doesn't it? Comes out the 4th. Oh, I plan on going and seeing it. I'm probably going to go see it on Saturday. It looks amazing. That might be the movie of the year. I'm not trying to get my hopes up, okay? I really like Spider-Man Far From Home. That was really good. Endgame was good. And we also have Star Wars, right? I'm rolling my eyes just because I wasn't the biggest fan of The Last Jedi. And I don't know. It just put a bad taste in my mouth. I also didn't like how they treated these side stories. I'm actually... So, I will say this about Star Wars. I will say this. Thank you, Arcade. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. So, I will say this about Star Wars. Okay? I'm really excited about Disney Plus. Really excited about it. Okay, so like for real. Bubby and I are actually planning a watch party as we speak when it comes out in November. And we're going to sit down and we're going to watch The Mandalorian. That looks amazing. Oh man, I can't wait. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome time when Disney Plus comes out. I saw the list of movies. It looks unreal. Like, it's going to kill Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime's going to have to step it up. Amazon Prime's going to be the one that's going to be hurt the most. And Netflix obviously is going to have to ramp it up as well, because this is going to be some real heavy competition. Alright, so do I want to talk to the dude to get the... Yeah, let's get the... Oh, dang it. Don't need it. Gosh dang it. I'm not really paying attention here. I don't want to get the guards called on me. So, we'll see with the Disney Plus and what happens with Netflix. Netflix is losing some big hitters with, there's, what's it called? Peacock, NBC, streaming. And there's going to be a lot of streaming services coming out, kind of replicating, kind of trying to duplicate what Netflix has done, and then also off the heels of Disney Plus. And it seems like, especially with Marvel, it seems like they're focusing a lot of their attention, they're putting a lot of their eggs, so to speak, in the Disney Plus basket, with the Marvel franchise, the Marvel characters, and we'll see. $3. I'll rent Pixels tonight. I tell you what, Arcade, I will do that this week, buddy. I will do it, and I'll let you know what I think of it. For sure, I will do that. Okay, not tonight because it's actually getting a little bit later. So I will not be able to watch a movie per se before I go to bed. But I will watch Pixels for you, man. I will. Okay. All right, let's go to the first dungeon. After playing Link's Awakening and then playing this, I still gotta say I love the original here. I love Link to the Past, and I need to play through Link Between Worlds. I need to play through that again sometime. I really love the weapon system in Link Between Worlds, the borrowing system, and you can essentially get any weapon you need at any time, any tool you need at any time, and you can go and basically clear any dungeon in any order that you want. And it's kind of unique. It's kind of pick your poison, pick your dungeon kind of thing. Oh crap, I don't want to touch those. Why am I going this way? So yeah. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, Arcade. I'm probably going to live stream a lot this week, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also going to be releasing some Sega stuff still. I wanted to get a video out today. I had some technical difficulties. Let's just say that. I updated my OBS software that I use, that I'm actually using right now to live stream. And for some odd reason, it wasn't loading right, and I didn't update. For some reason, one of the things got switched over to default, and it messed with my recording. It took me like an hour to get it figured out. It took me an hour to figure out what had happened. I had to go watch a couple of tutorial videos. Gosh dang it. And I was like, man, this is really stupid. So the next time if that ever happens to me again, I'm basically going to know what's up and not have to fight and struggle with that. That was a problem I had. That's why I didn't stream. One of the big downfalls with streaming like this, the way you guys see it now, is that I didn't have the wherewithal of how to use OBS as I do now, and I'm still learning a few things here and there, and it just was a struggle. I would just get so frustrated with it. Alright, we're gonna go through the first dungeon here. I don't know if I'm gonna try to complete it or not. we'll see. So yeah, other Jim Carrey movies. Going back to Jim Carrey. I watched a documentary on him on Netflix, and I thought it was interesting. Man of the Moon is really good too. I really enjoyed that. And when he took that role on, he transformed himself into Andy Kaufman. Like, when he was on set, he was Andy Kaufman. He was not Jim Carrey. And he was trying to be, but from what I've heard, Andy Kaufman was not that rude in real life. Andy Kaufman wasn't that much of a jerk in real life. So I don't know. Alright. Ah, crap. Come on. So, yeah, I like, 90s Jim Carrey is pretty good. Early thousands Jim Carrey, take or leave. There was another one where he did a serious role too that wasn't as good. I can't remember the name of it. But all these comedic actors, they always try to take on a serious role. Even like Steve Carell, he did a few. Dang it, The Big Hurt was really good. I think that's what it's called. The one about the 2008 market crash, the housing market crash, and then he did Foxcatcher. That was excellent, just because I'm a wrestling coach and all that stuff, and that whole scene was interesting to me back in the day. All right. You get trapped in here. These Stalfos are nothing compared to the ones in Link's Awakening, man. There's that one boss you had to fight over and over and over again, that mini boss. He is so annoying. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Majestic. The Majestic is pretty good. 23. Is 23 any good? No. So Mega Man X, very good question. I'm still gonna there's gonna be a little bit of overlap in October with the Sega Genesis stuff. The only reason I'm streaming this tonight is it's the 2-year anniversary of the release of the Super NES Classic Edition. And the Super NES Classic Edition, that's kind of where my channel launched. Like, there was a launch pad moment on my channel. I was kind of trying to find what my channel was about. And then I did all those reviews and I did all those videos. And that's like when I first got some big time views, quote unquote big time views for my channel. And yeah, so that's kind of why I'm doing it tonight. And plus, I love Super NES. What can I say? Super NES is my all-time favorite console, hands down. Like, bar none. You cannot compete with the Super NES in my mind for being one of the greatest, most classic video game consoles ever. Alright. I'll go get this. I didn't get the fairy net, did I? Yeah, I'm still going to cover... I actually wanted to release another Sega video today. Like I said earlier, just some frustrations with some technology, and it happens. Alright, here we go. I want to try to get through with this dungeon. And I'm just playing like really loose here. Like, I'm not even focusing too hard on what I'm doing here. It's just kind of like autopilot mode for me. But that's still alright. Bruce Almighty. Evan Almighty wasn't that great, but Bruce Almighty was good. It was good. Okay. And I enjoyed that. It was alright for a Jim Carrey movie. I'm really surprised he took on this Dr. Robotnik role. I'm gonna be honest. So we'll see. I've heard that the reworking of Sonic, the actual character of Sonic, is much better. So fingers crossed, right? With that, and if it's even gonna be worth it for Sega, you know, for them to actually do this kind of work on the movie. I mean, it looked like garbage. I did not cover it on my channel. Everybody and anybody was talking about it, and I had my own thoughts about it. And again, that'd be something I would cover on a podcast. So like in the future, if you're wondering if you ever have any questions about like hot topics or, you know, current events or something like that, if I don't have time to cover it in a video, that's when I would do it. Is I would cover it in a podcast. Ooh, that was close. Got the key. So yeah, I will go see it. I think. Yeah, the SNES is amazing. I still to this day, like, man, I could sit down and play Zelda all day long. If I had a choice with my life, you know, which we all have choices, I get it. But if I had a choice, you know, Zelda, Final Fantasies, you know, I'd sit down and play them all day long, right? But you gotta be an adult. You gotta be in the now and chase other real dreams, and video games are a part of some of my dreams, okay? Gosh dang it. Give me pixels or give me death. That's funny, man. Now, video game movies in general are not that good typically. The best one, in my opinion, it's so hard to say. They're either really cheesy or just not true to the source material, or just bad in general. A good example of that, Assassin's Creed. When they were in the Animus, when they were actually like in the real part of the movie, like the game, they were killing it. Other than that, they just didn't have enough time in the movie itself, or in the Animus, sorry. Oh, what? Got him. Alright, let's beat the boss. Ah. Gosh dang it. Three hits the arrows, huh? Come on. This boss is really easy. Why am I aiming? Why am I so off my aim? I'm gonna run out of arrows here. That's ridiculous. Come on. Got him. Got the Pendant of Courage. Nice. Peter Dinklage. Doesn't he play a character that's similar to Billy Mitchell? Lucas W, I really do not like that game at all. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I'm sorry. to burst your bubble. And I do not think that they will release a GameCube Classic Edition. That's not... Okay, so Paper Mario on the N64 is pretty good, but that one I just don't like for some reason. I never got into it. It's almost on the same level as Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay. So it is what it is. Fire Blaster. I got the pendant shoe, or the Pegasus shoes. Alright, let's get the heart here. I never want to waste bombs. Rupees, 50 rupees, cool. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's going to end my stream. I went through every single game, save Castlevania IV. Just didn't want to get caught by the Konami police, so to speak. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream. And again, celebration of Super NES and the Super NES Classic Edition. I absolutely love the Classic Edition. I love the Super NES. Guys, if you have not subscribed to me, please do so. I will be announcing the winner of the Sega Genesis Mini. This is my box, by the way. Very, very soon that I'm giving away. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great week, guys. Thanks.